वेजिटेबल्स में आप सुन रहे हैं। ग्राफ्टिंग तो आपने सुना होगा, फूड क्रॉप्स में करते हैं, एप्पल में करते हैं, देयर आर डिफरेंट ग्राफ्टिंग मेथड्स। क्यों करते हैं एप्पल में? जरा मुझे बोलिए। यस प्लीज।
क्वालिटीज को मिक्स कर देते हैं, स्टॉक की और डिफरेंट।
हाँ, फॉर डिफरेंट पर्पसेस। और हम चाहते हैं फॉर एग्जांपल ये वाली वैरायटी मुझे चाहिए, इसका ग्राफ्ट लगाया एंड देन इट इज डन, क्योंकि वो वाली क्वालिटी बहुत अच्छी होती है, वो वाली वैरायटी बहुत अच्छी होती है। ठीक है, उसका कलर, अरोमा, टेस्ट, मार्केट वैल्यू, कंज्यूमर प्रेफरेंस, एक्सपोर्ट पोटेंशियल, फॉर एग्जांपल, फॉर दीस थिंग्स वी डू। बट देन उसमें क्या पंगा है? व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम एक्चुअली इन द फ्रूट क्रॉप्स? फ्रूट क्रॉप्स दे आर वेरी न्यू, इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट वेजिटेबल्स। मुझे फॉर एग्जांपल टोमेटो इन द मंथ ऑफ April फॉर एग्जांपल आई विल गो फॉर ट्रांसप्लांटिंग ऑफ टोमेटो मैंने यहाँ तक ग्रो किया। अब मैं मई में इसको बोलूँगा मैं इसमें ग्राफ्ट करूँगा जब एक पौधा इतना बड़ा होगा? क्यों नहीं? सक्सेस रेट नाउ इट इज नॉट वेरी नियर। यहाँ पे तो हम एनुअल्स लगाते हैं, एक थोड़े सीजन में 6-7 महीना रहता है बेचारा। तो अब हम इसमें क्या करेंगे? व्हाट वी पीपल कैन डू? क्या सीडलिंग पे हम ग्राफ्ट करें वेजिटेबल्स? अपने आइडिया से बोलो ना, अपने आइडिया से। तब टेंडर होती हैं, छोटी होती हैं, सॉफ्ट होती हैं, एंड देन अगर तब इसमें यूनियन हो गया तो वो तो लाइफ लॉन्ग इसका रहेगा, जो भी इसके महीने हैं ज्यादा नेक्स्ट में ग्रोथ के। या आप बोलेंगे जब फॉर एग्जांपल टमाटो यहाँ से यहाँ तक बन गया, अब इसमें फ्रूटिंग भी स्टार्ट हो गया, अब आप काटेंगे इसमें, आप काटेंगे, नुकसान हो जाएगा फार्मर का। अच्छा, सक्सेस रेट कितनी होगी? अब ग्राफ्ट को वेजिटेबल्स में फॉर एग्जांपल आप ग्राफ्ट लेते हैं तो एक थोड़ी सी रिक्वायरमेंट होती है जिससे ना जुड़ जाए आपस में, स्टॉक जो ये जुड़ जाए, तो उसकी अलग रिक्वायरमेंट है। ये मैं एलिमेंट्री प्राइमरी में आपको इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ कि थोड़ा सा आपको कंसेप्ट आएगा स्टेज ग्राफ्टिंग का। हमने स्टार्ट नहीं किया, लेकिन इसमें देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन, व्हाई शैल वी गो फॉर ग्राफ्टिंग इन वेजिटेबल्स? व्हाई? ना वो एक इसमें बहुत ही अच्छी एग्जांपल दूंगा। कश्मीरी चिली इज फेमस अक्रॉस द ग्लोब। कहीं पे भी जाओ कश्मीरी चिली बोलो मेरे पास है, हाथों के हाथ आपको दिख जाएगा। अब जो फार्मर्स जहां पे कश्मीरी चिली लगा रहे हैं वो वाला कश्मीरी चिली रहा नहीं, जनरली मैं बात कर रहा हूं, क्योंकि उसमें एक ही डिजीज है, तहलका मचा के क्रॉप ही खत्म किया। अब फार्मर्स चिली क्रॉप से ढकते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ विल्ट डिजीज, एक डिजीज। अब हम उस पर काम कर रहे हैं, मतलब यूनिवर्सिटी काम कर रही है, कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि विल्ट रेजिस्टेंट वैरायटी कोई डेवलप आ जाए या हाइब्रिड आ जाए। बट देन ये जेनेटिक्स का मामला है, एक बहुत साल लगते हैं इसमें। क्या हम सोच सकते हैं कोई एक ऐसा रेजिस्टेंट रूट स्टॉक होगा जहां पे हम अपनी कश्मीरी चिली को ग्राफ्ट कर सकते हैं और ग्राफ्टेड वेजिटेबल को हम बेचें? क्या ऐसा कोई एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम है? इज देयर एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ entrepreneurship development program, or are we able to sell anywhere in the world grafted vegetables? Is there a market for the grafted vegetable? If this happens, this single thing happens, and if someone among you will be the pioneer in developing a grafted chili which will be having sheen of the Kashmiri chili and the stock which will be resistant to the wind, this will be the super beautiful combination. Farmers will take those chili seedlings because they know what is the market, because they know that it is only because of the wilt we are suffering. ऐसा wilt किसी और में है, टमाटो में है? नहीं है। ऐसा wilt ब्रिंजल में आता है? नहीं है। अब हम टमाटो को फॉर एग्जांपल ब्रिंजल पे लगाएंगे, बट that will be interspecific, ठीक है ना? उसमें तो प्रॉब्लम होती है। बेटर इज कि अगर चिली में चिली का कोई एक स्पीशीज भी भले डिफरेंट हो, लेकिन वो कंपैटिबिलिटी तो देखनी पड़ेगी ना कहां से है। सो हाउ डू यू फील वेयर वी हैव अ स्लगिश ब्रीडिंग प्रोग्राम जिसमें टाइम लगेगा इन द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ अ कश्मीरी चिली वैरायटी व्हिच विल बी रेजिस्टेंट, हाईली रेजिस्टेंट टू द wilt? So do you feel somewhere that we need to go for grafting in the vegetables also? Yes. Because it is not only the problem in case of chili, it is the problem in case of other crops also. And then एक बहुत ही अच्छा ये था कि पोटैटो प्लांट है, पोटैटो प्लांट को एज अ स्टॉक यूज करेंगे, टमाटो का किसी वैरायटी का शन लेंगे, तो उस पे ग्राफ्ट किया, ऊपर से टमाटो नीचे से पोटैटो, तो टमाटो, सो दिस वाज द सिंपल इंट्रोडक्शन। क्या इससे यील्ड भी अच्छा होता है? क्या इससे ड्राउट रेजिस्टेंस भी आएगी? अगर स्टॉक ड्राउट रेजिस्टेंट होगा आएगी, अगर कोल्ड रेजिस्टेंट होगा ग्रोथ अच्छी होगी, यील्ड अच्छा होगा, क्वालिटी अच्छी होगी। समझ आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
सो देन ये वाले तो आपने आज तक कभी वर्कआउट ही नहीं किए। What about if you will do R&D also simultaneously in these, and then you will be able to have success, single success, and then you will be able to sell it like anything. This is grafting in the vegetable crops. Grafting, propagation method, tissues of two plants are fused together, or art of joining together two plant parts such as different species of the same genera, by means of tissue regeneration, resulting combination of the plant parts that will have, first of all there will be physical unit, and then there will be growth as a single plant. Bottom part of the plant, or lower part that contributes roots and support, that's called stalk. Upper part contributing leaves, flowers, fruits, stems, that's called. This is something which speaks about the history of this method international development program. This is just for your reading. However, this is important. Our commercial grafting of vegetables only originated in the early 20th century. Now, this is commercial grafting. Once we speak about the commercial grafting, does it mean that entrepreneurship development program, for that reason we might have selected as one of the topics over here? Yeah, that is so simple. Because if some technique is having commercial importance, it is that technique which we actually want to sell it to you, and you will make career out of that. So this technique, commercial grafting of vegetables, originated in the early 20th century with the aim of managing soil-borne pathogens. Soil-borne pathogens बहुत होते हैं. अगर कोई root stock उसमें resistance दिखाए है, grafting is a very beautiful option, and it then was started with that. Among solanaceous crops, aubergine या brinjal जिसको बोलते हैं, that was first grafted on the scarlet aubergine. So it was a graft of brinjal on brinjal. Fine. So this is the combination. That's it. But this was a Solanum melangina. It was stock of Solanum integrifolia. That was started in the 1950s. So in case of tomato grafting, that was Solanum lycopersicum. That was started in 1960s. So what's the current status? Is there a world market for grafted vegetable seedlings? For example, now what you people will be doing? You will be developing the grafted seedlings and you will be selling those as the grafted seedlings. What is actually the current status is that East Asia, that is the largest market for vegetable grafting because of high concentration of cucurbits and other grafted vegetables. And especially we do grafting with solanaceae, cucurbits. And since the center East Asia is mainly dealing with the cucurbits also, grafted vegetables आराम से ले सकते हैं. कोरिया में कितना परसेंटेज है जो ग्राफ्टेड वेजिटेबल के अंदर है? 99, जापान 94 in China, watermelon. So you are seeing now, yes, this is one of the ventures we can take. In solanaceous vegetables, about 60 to 65% tomatoes, and eggplants means brinjals, and 10 to 14% of apples are produced through grafted transplants. Okay? Done? Canada is also exporting grafted transplants to Mexico. Is there a world market also for that? Yes. अगर for example कोई हमें कश्मीरी चिल्ली में बाहर वाली कंट्री देगी जो wild resistant होगी, we will be taking that. Thus the international trading of grafted vegetable transplant is rapidly increasing, and once it is increasing, it means there is a scope. So अगर अब हम grafting in vegetables की बात करें, जो largest प्रोड्यूसर होगा वेजिटेबल का, उसी में तो ज्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटी है ना. तो चाइना में तो हमसे ज्यादा है, और फॉलोड बाय, because we are the second largest producer of vegetables in the world, so we have a second largest market of grafted vegetables also. समझ आया वाला पॉइंट क्यों बोला था? Otherwise there is, it seems no relevance. Largest producer हमें क्या करना है? थोड़ी अगर 8% भी लोवेस्ट प्रोड्यूसर होता थोड़ी हम वेजिटेबल ग्राफ्टिंग में एक एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट करते हैं, नहीं, सिंस इट्स द सेकंड लार्जेस्ट प्रोड्यूसर, दैट सेकंड लार्जेस्ट। सो बाकी तो पता है। And involved vegetable grafting is gaining more popularity in case of cucumber, tomato, eggplant, that is brinjal, and pepper, using vigorous and disease-resistant rootstock to ensure adequate yields. Whereas abiotic citrus limit steps. जहाँ पे भी abiotic citrus होगा वहाँ पे हम, अब मैंने आपको एक abiotic citrus से हमने चिली में बोला, कश्मीरी चिली, you people can work out. If somebody succeeds, that will be a great success story. You will be able to start your own venture. अब आप बोलेंगे कितने करेंगे? अब बोलो कितने कश्मीरी चिली की सीडलिंग्स हमें मतलब चाहिए कश्मीर में लगाने के लिए, कितने चाहिए? वो आप उतने हो ही नहीं, एक ही वेंचर में डूब जाओगे सभी, जो भी अनअप्लाइड वेंचर, सिंगल वेंचर। So one more point. Currently, the cultivation of all cucurbits under greenhouse conditions in Japan and Korea is based on grafting techniques. High temperature tolerance means natural, and then there will be some sort of advantage. So this is a little bit of history. Listening किया जैसे grafting work IIHR Bangalore में Dr. R.M. Bhatt ने किया था. It was then followed by MBB Regional Station, Thrissur Kerala जिन्होंने cucurbit grafting की. उसके बाद पालमपुर ने किया. उसके बाद grafting टोमेटो में हो गई Aunt Hardy टोमेटो और eggplant and brinjal rootstock. वो क्या करते हैं? That minimize problem caused by flooding जो मैंने बोला था. Soil-borne diseases and root knot nematodes. ADRDC vegetables का जो वर्ल्ड में सेंटर है वो भी ग्राफ्टिंग पे कर रहे हैं. And private companies also, VNR seeds, private limited, and Tapki seeds in India private, that's also involving vegetable grafting, supply of grafting, quality vegetable seeds. Now this is the opportunity for you. The men's market is already there. The need is already there. This is one of the challenge, and you have to convert that challenge and the constraint into an opportunity. So this is actually how to perform the grafting, basic prerequisites, and then you need a rootstock which will be having that quality. For example, disease resistance, and then so on, and then compatibility between the two should be there, and then grafting rate should be there. Then what you will do, you will just do this grafting in the greenhouse, right? And then there will be healing chamber or grafting chamber and acclimatization chamber. Do you feel that this is one single most important slide in this entire presentation? Because what we do, sometimes what we feel that I have got a potato plant and then I want just to go for its transplanting, I will transplant tomato. But then I never know that as greenhouse is required, grafting chamber should be there, right? And then acclimatization chamber should be there. If I am not following only these two things, there is failure. So one more important thing is that sanitation, antimicrobial soap should be there. Once you are using the latex gloves and sterile tools, then you feel that, well actually for example you will be trying to go for the grafting and then I will use a single blade. I will not go for sterilization, I will not go for sterilization of rootstock. And then once I will cut the seedlings, for example, I will go for this graft. The pathogen might have already attacked because I have not taken the care. I have not gone for the sterilization, or my hands will be dirty. Fine. So you feel that these are the most important things because once there is a pathogen attack, and then there is never the physical graft reunion, at the graft of the stock and the stem. And then rest of the things, and use rubber or silicone if you can do that. Locate the graft above the pot lid and prevent infectious roots. Do you know, once we go for the grafting in case of apple, for example, it's a veg graft. Once we go for electric grafting, we make a veg and then we do the graft. But then those are the hardy plants, so they remain as fun, pretty fun. But then once it's a tender vegetable, seedling है, छोटी seedling, then you have made a cut. दूसरी seedling लगाई, वो गिर जाएगी. Either it's better to go for pin use करो, कुछ clip use करो, something like that, या tube use करो. जिसमें वो फिट हो जाए, so that physical holding अच्छी हो. It's not like that apple. Hardy already you can then do it and then they will remain as one. Fine? You are understanding? Or sanitation, chambers, screen chambers. This is actually some sort of grafting tools, grafting blades, grafting tape. Fine? Grafting sketcher, grafting clip, grafting backs. Once you will back it around and then entry of the pathogens is restricted also. Other issues also. So grafting, since this is a screen, used for growing seedlings prior to grafting, should be constructed with something like that, and then you have the doors, the upper half of the structure should be covered with a separate UV using polythene to prevent UV light penetration. And key for success is that selecting matching size of the scion and the rootstock, that's important. And then grafting clips should be selected according to the size. Too large clips cannot hold the grafted unit together. It's especially true in case of vegetable crops where there's a problem in holding of the rootstock and the scion. And then too small clips gives too much pressure and may deform the unit and then being tender. Once there is a deformity, there is a damage, and then we are never able to. There is a problem with the chemical activity. The chemical growth is not that too hard, and then physical union of the stalk and the stem is a big problem item. With the result, we end up with a failure. Done? Any question? And then you have also to ensure that the stalk do not have an axillary back at the base of the remaining cotyledonary leaf. Now, what is it actually? So then you have an acclimatization chamber also. Once you do the graft, and then you should have a sort of acclimatization. It is used for hardening the grafted cells prior to transplanting and to prevent leaf burning and wilting of the just healed seedlings. Grafted seedlings, they take 7 to 10 days for acclimatization as harvested. This is one more important point in that. So this is a grafted plant, for example. It is the first day. It is kept in dark all day with high humidity. Now, this is a little point, but this is most important. What do we do? Once we do the graft, we keep it in the open sunlight. Yeah, and some of the failure we see what's happening. So at least you should be able to understand that it should be kept in dark all day with high humidity. High humidity is also very important. Second day, lower humidity than this, but kept in dark. Dark and low humidity than the first. Third, though, so this is the shading material, which is used for preventing the light emission. Then this is the PVC or PVC. Fourth day, shading material is removed in early morning and late evening. And then sixth day, film is also removed in the early morning and late evening. Done? This is the structure of the panel. And then field management of the grafts. Raised beds and shelters, these are most important. Why you need a raised bed and the shelters? Highly recommended to minimize flood. Clear polythene cover on raised beds can be used to protect the field plants. Right? So transplanting depth. The graft unit should be placed above the soil. You know that. Above the soil line, because otherwise there's a very easy entry of the pathogen. It's lost. And then sucker. The time will remove all the suckers. If there is any sort of sucker from the rootstock, you have to remove it. And then staking. Grafted plant should be staked 2 to 3 days after transplanting, because even after reunion, if there's a heavy load on the scion, what will happen? It will fall, it will break. So what is better? It is better to go for the staking after 2 to 3 days. And then water management. So plants with eggplant rootstocks, they look at hair soil moisture than non-grafted tomato plants. Fine? So water requirement also you have to take care of in the field. So these are important points. And then what are the different methods? You have whole research method, what will it make, down approach, field grafting, left grafting, microtubers. For example, fourth insertion. This is very simple. What you will do? This is most popular in cucumbers, mostly watermelon, because of the smaller seedling size of watermelon as compared to the size of rootstock, which is usually squash or bottle gourd. So what happens once you take a rootstock that is a squash or the bottle gourd? So, and then you take watermelon. What is watermelon? Has smaller seedling size as compared to the size of rootstock. What will we do? What happens is that when a scion and rootstock have hollow hypocrite, this method is also preferred. One person can produce between 100 or more grafts per day, and this is actually the efficiency and then to achieve high rate of success, RH should be maintained at 95%. So these things are actually to be taken very into consideration before going for this. What we do actually, pose insertion method is that, for example, we have a stock where in the step there's a pool. Will you give me please? If I will just speak like this, I'm having a stock and the stem is already having core. This is the watermelon having a smaller diameter of the scion. Scion का diameter छोटा है. What I will do? Hole insert. Hole with a clip or something like that, pin or clips like that. It is done, and then you have to take the rest of the code. This is hole insertion method. Fine. HIJ. So what's epigeal germination and the hypogeal germination? Yeah, you have something like it is epigeal germination. What happens? There is a growth of hypocotyle. Takes the seed out of the soil. So what is it? This is the hypocotyle. But once it is hypogeal germination, then the hypocotyle grows from the seed. Fine. Now, if we have epigeal germination, then for example, this is just to make you understand that there is hypocotyle. Fine. इस पे एक हिस्ट्री है हाइपोकोटाइल पे जो हम मैं अभी नहीं बोलूँगा बाद में बोलूँगा क्योंकि हम टाइम नहीं है. तो फॉर एग्जांपल ये मान लो एक हाइपोकोटाइल हमने लिया है, ठीक है, और हमने कहीं से हाइपोकोटाइल लिया है और उसको यहाँ ग्राफ्ट किया है. So we have cotyledon splice slant oblique tube graft. So it has recently been adopted by the commercial civil universities. It's applicable to most vegetables, but it's popular in cucurbits and solanaceous. So grafted plant should be maintained in the dark at 35 degrees Celsius and 100% humidity for 3 days for grafted. This is the most common methods for cucurbits and also called one cotyledon splice graft. That is OC, one cotyledon and splice graft. Tube grafting is performed by holding the graft solution together in a slit with the tubes rather than using grafting tubes. So first of all, that was a hole insertion. Now this is tube. What is tube? For example, if I have stalk and like this and some tube I will slit through it. Fine? So what is it? So why then we say that this is a cotyledon grafting also? Because it is done something with the root stock. What happens? What is done actually? In this you have to take few things into consideration. Grafting can be done by making slanting cuts on both the rootstock and scion by retaining only one cotyledon leaf on the rootstock. So this is the primary requirement. Once you select a rootstock, you have to have with it one cotyledon. This is the reason we call it cotyledon grafting also. Fine? So this is the stalk with the one cotyledon. Now what will happen? You give a slanting method. It is also known as slant grafting. Fine? So what you also do is that tube. So you then slit a tube through it. You develop a tube. So you just try to hold the stalk and the stem. Fine? So any confusion? So pin grafting is same as slant grafting. In this method, instead of grafting clips to hold the grafting cushion, specially designed pins are used. So they are specially designed pins. Why now actually there is a modification with the pins? Why do not we prefer that? Because it's very easy to insert a pin. So it is just for convenience. So tube grafting. In this method, yeah, one more thing is that the ceramic pin is nearly about. So the pin that we use is the pin and diameter nearly about 15 to 15 millimeter long and 0.5 millimeter in diagonal of the hexagonal process. Fine? And then tube grafting ka use of bola tha, and then we have tanga approach grafting. What happens is that tongue grafting, what we do is that if we have a stalk and a stem, what we do? A cut, I say that one cut, and then what we do? These are the two tongues now. One tongue, second tongue. We insert the tongues together like this. You will see one tongue, second tongue. Done? Most widely used by farmers in small nurseries to catch more space and labor compared to the other methods. Why? Because it is very difficult to make a tongue, second tongue, and then hold them together. rather than just if you have hollow stuff. So that it was more labor. And what is important is that equal sized rootstock and same material used for grafting. So you have to see if we have equal sized diameter of the stock and stem, this is the better. Therefore, to attain uniform size, 7 seeds are sown 5 to 7 years together. Rootstock size. Not suitable for rootstock hollow. जिसमें hollow hypocotyls होगा उसमें ये अब आप बोलेंगे क्यों नहीं? क्योंकि टांग आप उठाते हो ना वहाँ भी फिर hollow part अंदर से निकलेगा ना वहाँ सक्सेस नहीं। क्यों नहीं होता है सक्सेस? क्योंकि वहाँ टिश्यू को रिजनरेट करना था ना, कैम्बियल ग्रोथ होती है और वो होल्ड करती है। वो जहाँ hollow है तो किसके साथ वहाँ से अटैचमेंट करेगा? तो उसमें जहाँ पे भी hollow hypocotyl है वहाँ पे hole insertion का this is the kind of approach. Then cleft grafting आपको पता है वहाँ से wedge बनाते हैं जैसे यहाँ से ये बना cleft grafting एक सी का थोड़ा सा and then automatic grafting. This is the first semi-automatic cucumber grafting system. It was commercialized in 1993. So a fully automated, that was first semi-automatic. Fully automatic grafting robot for 750 grafts per hour with 90 to 93% success. This is actually जो बहुत ना ये क्यूबोटा वगैरह है ना क्यूबोटा कंपनी तो वो ये करते हैं रोबोटिक्स अब तो इसमें और भी एफिशिएंसी आई होगी इसलिए ग्राफ्टिंग का ज़्यादा आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के साथ वास्ता है बट जो पर्सन ये रोबोट्स वगैरह खरीद सकता है देन दे विल बी एबल टू सेट अप दिस इंडस्ट्री दे विल बी एबल टू डू इट ये कुछ रीसेंट इनोवेशंस है जैसे टोमेटो का था अब टोमेटो में एक प्रॉब्लम होती है वंस यू हैव टोमेटोज आल्सो यू हैव पोटैटो आल्सो उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम होती है तो यील्ड पोटैटो का भी कम होता है और टोमेटो का भी कम होता है बट देन देयर इज अ डाइवर्सिफिकेशन फॉर है ना एक टोमेटो भी वहां से लिया ये एक इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है ये मैंने इसलिए रखा है बिकॉज़ ये अगर हम टिश्यू कल्चर वो टेस्ट ट्यूब वाला काम करेंगे ना माइक्रो प्लांट्स में So in vitro grafting हमारे इस कोर्स में कुछ if I am correct so in vitro grafting हम करते थे वो एप्पल में I am correct so bushes out करते थे तो he used to do that in vitro grafting टेस्ट ट्यूब से निकालते थे and then in the laminar flow तो laminar flow में वो पहले ही करते थे वहाँ पे in vitro graft माइक्रो प्लांट का एप्पल का लेते थे दूसरे का and then we used to do it in the we can also do it in the laminar flow conditions टिश्यू कल्चर वाला टिश्यू कल्चर वाली सीमिंग ली and then वहाँ से दूसरी स्टॉक एंड सिलॉन को किया अंडर लैमिनार फ्लो कंडीशंस हम ये कर सकते हैं उसका वो इन विट्रो ग्राफ्ट कहलाएगा ठीक है तो a full automation model was developed in Netherlands which can graft 10,000 tomato or eggplant seedlings per hour so now this is actually speaking of the efficiency previously developed these are actually the Sion plants and these are the stock plants, the stocks, root stocks which can be used, which have been already used, and then the methods are also given. And then this is post-grafting healing, कैसे हम करते हैं? Advantage of healing chambers होती हैं कुछ, and research report जैसे मैंने बोला था वो Fusarium wilt resistance आएगी. अगर watermelon का root stock आपने ये लिया, Shintoza, ठीक है? ये वाला ये वाली फॉर्स वगैरह ये दिखा रहे हैं कि कौन सा स्टॉक किसके साथ और उनका एडेड एडवांटेज क्या है तो दिस वर्क ऑलरेडी डन दिस इज द सेम द कंक्लूजन इज दैट यूज ऑफ रूट स्टॉक्स एंड एनहांस होल प्लांट इसका जो स्ट्रेस की कैपेसिटी वगैरह होती है विगर होता है अल्टीमेटली यही होता जाता है अब इसमें मैकेनिज्म्स होते हैं तो मैंने क्यों क्या हार्मोन्स कितने बढ़ जाते हैं रोलिंग I will not be discussing because possibly ज़्यादा lengthy हो जाएगा. Otherwise, if you are interested, I will continue. Okay, इसके बाद मैंने वो otherwise रखी.
Before we go, I would like to felicitate the speaker of today. I'm very thankful to him that he continuing speak for at least 2 hours. It's only Khurshid Sahab who can do this. And now. This is a token of love.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Any questions? Any questions?
Lunch करने जा